Salam Guruji. Good morning.
Hari Om. Good morning, Nirupam.
Pranam Rasdeep da.
Pranam, Pinky.
Guruji Pranam.
Pranam, Madhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Good morning,
Pranam, Chaitali. Pranam, Sudha.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Vindhya.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Uma.
Pranam Dada.
Pranam sir.
Pranam, Sanjeev. Welcome, Vidya. This is my multiple point awareness moment. Many people are joining at the same time. I have to click them, allow and say hello. The testing of multi-point awareness.
Pranam Dada Bhai.
Pranam, Rekha.
Guruji Pranam.
Pranam, Vijay.
Guruji Pranam.
Guruji Pranam.
Monali
Pranam, Manali. God bless you, Ashit.
I should.
Namaste Guruji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Jai Shri Ji. Welcome.
Guruji, with your blessings, he came home and recovery.
Very good.
Yes, God bless you. My prayers are with you, Monali and Ashit. Both of you. God bless you.
Thank you, Guruji. Our heartfelt pranam to you.
God bless you. All the blessings of Babaji and Mataji. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, Guruji.
Rasdipda, pranam.
Pranam, Somnath. All right. I think it is 9:10 now in India. 7:40 in Dubai. So we'll start. So today's topic is guidance from higher dimension. In this is a vast topic. I will just limit to certain common understanding, and in fact, I will share my understanding without going into the detail of what is written in the script, what is written in the different religion or Hinduism and things like that. We'll touch upon, but we'll not go into the detail. Okay. The method we are following, it is called scientific approach to spirituality, not the scriptural or mythological approach. So we need not to understand everything what is written there. In fact, in my experience, direct experience, if we go into that territory, we will be confused more, because there are different things written in the different places and different text. Some of them are written as per the collective consciousness of the human civilization at that time. Maybe something is 5,000 years back, something 10,000 years back, and something 2,000 years back. They may not be valid as on today's date. There is the understanding was required that time. Just to main challenge was, what I feel, it is my personal view, that something which is subtle, which is unseen, which can be just go with the feeling, it is very difficult to represent that kind of issues. So what they have done is they have put it as a representative of that. Over the period of time, what happened? We run with the representative and forget about the where, from where it has come. Okay. Like suppose the feeling is somebody giving in the shape of a heart. It's a feeling. Okay. People go with the symbol of heart, forget about the actual heart and feeling altogether. It is something of that nature. So here my approach will be to cut short all those things, represented in how many different ways and things like that. Which religion said what? It's none of our business. We will try to objectively approach the subject. So what is that higher dimension? What does that mean, and how we approach them? So we will, and what are the ways that people try to approach it? That from that context, I will refer to something which I've already written somewhere, but we'll not go into that path. Our path will be direct understanding. And we have a free will, we are free to choose any method, but it will not contaminate the fundamental understanding of the system. After that, if you choose to follow any path, it's okay. That's not an issue. But we should know what we are doing. Okay. In fact, we have to go from doing to being. So I call it that we are not human doing, we are human being. So you have to be there. Doership needs to be dropped. Right. So now let me come to that thing that what is meant by higher dimension. Yeah, I have to give reference to existing way people are explaining so that you can just connect to starting point, but will not leave it there. You know that there is a common understanding of, say, in Hinduism particularly, they take the three lok. One is, this is they call Mrityu lok, or Marta, and Swarg and Narak, or Patal, or whatever it is. If you translate it in English, it looks like that's earthly plane. There is some lower plane below earth, which is hell or whatever you call it. Yeah, name doesn't matter. I'm just saying it is a lower than earth, and then higher than something, which is a Swarg,
Guruji,
Sargalok, or heavenly plane.
Patal Lok, Prithvi Lok, and then
When we will discuss here, we don't want to fall into the trap of what is called. Okay, we'll understand it in our reality, which is earth plane on this. So this is a neutral zero where we operate. Okay, if the vibration is higher, then it goes to that higher dimensions. You call it Swargalok, or in fact, if you go into that, there are 7 lokas. It is in the Hindu mythology. Bhubhuvar, Swar, Mahar, Jnanaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, and all. We are not going into defining each one of them. That is not the purpose. What I'm saying is, vibrationally, if we consider that earth plane as a reference, the bandwidth, what we are operating, this is just understanding point of view. Something vibrating very higher than that, that is called all this. So all the 7 stages of 7 or whatever stages may be, are going towards heaven. And if you are vibrating less than our bandwidth, or negative direction, that is going to the hell, or whatever, Patal or Asatal or whatever, all those, they are also 7. Okay. So it's defined, but we don't go into the definition. So fundamental understanding is, whatever our current bandwidth, if we take it as a neutral playing field, energetically, vibrationally, negative than that, because if we consider our stage as a zero, means reference, like a mean sea level, or what is called grade level, ground level, and all this, there's a reference. Anything beyond that is at altitude, and going is a depth. Same here. Whatever we are operating, if that considered as a neutral or reference frame, anything below that, negative side of that, is going to that. And if anything going higher than that, then it goes to that positive territory. Okay, so just understand this way. So today's topic is, forget about the negative part. We are not bothered. Today's territory is, we need to uplift ourselves. We need to uplift ourselves, and whatever we need to get guidance energetically, knowledge-wise, or healing, or many other reasons. We need to have some kind of source from a higher dimension. That is called higher dimension. Higher dimension means which is vibrating higher than our realm. See, if you see the visible light spectrum in the physics, some zone is called ultraviolet and something is infrared. So take it that way. The VIBGYOR, that 7, the bandwidth, suppose that is the operating frequency of Earth plane, or whoever lives in this Earth plane, which is beyond that ultraviolet range, that is higher. and which is infrared, that is lower. So what we are saying is, suppose you say that for a particular, I'm just giving this analogy, for a particular healing, you need some ultraviolet light. So you need to go to the further up in the bandwidth. Now get some frequency from there and use it for your purpose to uplift. Same here. We are trying to engage or connect with this higher vibration so that we can lift our own vibration for some purpose. It can be anything. Suppose we are mentally down, we are frustrated and all these kind of things. We wanted to lift it up. We have to get some source which is a higher vibration. No, get few of that so that we can use them to uplift ourselves. Okay, it makes sense? Yeah. Right. So we need to have some higher source, whether we can get something powerful so that we can use it to uplift ourselves. That's what we are doing here. So that's what I'm saying, that energetically, it has to be understood in this way. It's all about the vibration and energy. Okay. Whatever name it is represent, whatever different, earlier people, they have their own experience, they shared what they have found. That's all fine. But fundamentally, it is all about vibration and energy. Okay. And we'll use the higher level of energy to uplift ourselves. It can be uplift our situation, uplift our health, uplift our mental condition, whatever it is. Okay. So this is the fundamental idea of connecting to the higher dimension. Now, higher dimension also means the purity. The pure they are higher. And more it is like impurity or contamination, they become lower and lower and lower. Right? That is our normal understanding. So in other words, whatever level we are all mixed bag. We are in duality. Good, bad, and things like that. Yeah. It's not completely bad or completely good. It's just a mixed bag. So what we're trying here, we are trying to get something pure so that we can uplift our goodness or increase the percentage of goodness in us. So we need to get something pure, right? To get that happen. Suppose we eat a lot of different types of food, but if we get a high pure food, say very high pranic energy and things like that, then it will improve the quality of food we are eating. Same here. We are basically trying to look some source which is pure, so that some amount of purity, if you bring it down, then it will enhance our level. It will reduce the contamination, go towards purity. So this is also another way of looking at it. All right. So now we have to look for something which is higher vibration than us or higher level of purity than us. Then it will be helpful, right? Fundamental logic. Okay, I will just stop a little bit here. So anybody has got anything fundamentally, any issues, then you ask me before I go into the exactly what are the things we are looking for as per my direct experience. All good?
So try to extract or get pure things from the universe, you mean, and through meditation and breathing exercises.
Yeah, method I will explain later, Sharmishta. Okay,
Oh.
how to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying the basic concept, what we are aiming for.
Okay.
What is it all about? That's what I'm explaining now.
Okay.
Okay, how to do it, I will come back later on.
Okay,
That is the third part. Okay. Now, so fine. So now we have to look for something which is purer than us or higher, energetically higher than us, right? So that we can benefit ourselves. Now, I have listed few things here as per my understanding. Okay, I'm not claiming this is the only way or this is the exhaustive list, and nothing can be beyond that. So I'll go one by one. I'll explain that what does that mean. First thing we can connect is, as per me, it is called nature. Okay, nature, which is purely natural, means which is natural, that is automatically pure. Okay, like the air or the trees and all, they are normally pure. People can go and contaminate, that's a different thing. But I'm saying in general, suppose you are talking about the trees and plants and the forest, they are not naturally pure. Okay, so if we get somehow connect, say this or water body or earth, say mountain, the rocks, or sea, they are naturally pure. If I walk in the forest or take a dip in the sea or walking on the sea beach barefoot or take a dip in the river, what we are trying to do is the natural purity of those. I'm trying to tune myself into that. So it will uplift us. Whatever energetically or vibrationally you are down, if we go into the nature, connect with the nature, then we'll get automatically uplifted. Right? Make sense? Yeah. So first thing what I find is the nature. So many a time, some of you will say that I'm having some, unnecessary anxiety and this and that. Many of you, I have recommended you do one thing. You go walk barefoot on the grass or on a sea beach. Barefoot. Why? This is called earthing ourselves. What is earthing? Is just to neutralize whatever things you have within you, get connected with the Mother Earth. So whatever the disturbances will come down. In our electrical systems, there is a neutral point is connected to earth. Means there is any kind of imbalance happen in the short circuit happen somewhere, that current goes to the ground so that it doesn't create havoc otherwise. This earthing connection, grounding connection, it is a safety device. Arrangement, not a device. It's an arrangement so that if there is any anomaly happens, disturbance happens, imbalance happens in the system, the earth can take that. In other words, we can earth as a infinite vase, like it can take anything. So as the seawater. Whoever of you has done Karma Kshalan program, we prefer to go into the seawater and we stand in the seawater and do some Kriya there. And why we do that? The Karma Kshalan, the karma which is get released, normally released from lower 3 chakras, that need to go somewhere which can absorb that kind of energy, no matter what type of karma it is. Seawater is best because it's infinite vast, particularly salt water. But anyway, so when we discharge our negative things, or in other words, we can get in touch with a vast pool of purity, natural, then that get induced upon us and we also get the purity, and in that process we uplift ourselves. So first thing is nature. So what you can do, you walk in the forest, take a dip in the seawater, or you can also sit in some rock. Many rishis and all, they used to sit in a rock and in the cave they meditate. That energy of earth, that rock, that uplifts them. Okay. And also the rock also, there are many type of many religious practices, they worship rocks, no? Shivlings and things like that. So this is basically emitting that natural vibration, and that we get connected to it, or we connect to the Mother Earth. So we back to our neutral form. If we somehow, because of any reason, our system got disturbed, then we come back to that. So first thing what I feel is you can connect to uplift ourselves is a nature. Naturopathy. Okay, it can be many other things. You can eat that plant and make a juice and things. That's so many things. But at least you can connect with the nature. That itself will be uplifting. Uplifting from your state, what you are in. People who live in the nature, they get a wisdom. Just simply, somebody living in the forest, they're having higher level of wisdom because they are more aligned with the natural principles of life. And whoever
Seeing sunrise is also helpful.
I'm coming to that. That's the second point. Okay, I'm now talking only Earth. We'll go outside Earth.
Okay.
So now, what I was telling is that in certain practices and all, if you can get in touch and connect to that, there is a many other methods. Some method is other than taking bath. There was something called they put some earth mud they put onto the body, and that soaks that negativity from the body. There is a lot of treatments out there. I forget the name, mud bath or whatever it call it. So there are different techniques. Fundamentally, this is the same thing. You are using some natural elements to remove the toxin from your body. It can absorb that and you get released from that. That's a fundamental idea. So when you get released, you get uplifted naturally. Okay. Second, what Aditi is asking. So second part, I feel that we take this from the celestial body. Celestial body means it can be moon, it can be sun, which is away from the earth. Not available. You cannot touch that. Or it can be stars, it can be Milky Way. Okay. Those affects us. Actually, these planetary things, because of there's a gravitational pull and all these things, we know how moon affects Earth, that 70% of our body is water, made of water. And we have seen that moon, how the cycle of the moon, how it's affect the tide, high tide, low tide, and all those things. So we take advantage of that. During full moon, if we meditate, we can align with that moon energy, because 70% it get affected, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, it will be affected. Okay, because of simple the constitution of our body, 70% is water. It will also have a high tide, low tide. So in the moon cycle, if we choose that and meditate that, we can automatically uplift it. But as I'm discussing on the moon, also I need to caution you. Moon can enhance whatever level you are in. Means you are running in the negativity, can pull you down as well. If somebody has, moon is also connected with the mind activity. So if our mind activity, if it is mind is not stopped, then it can drag you down to the other side. That's why they call it a lunatic. The lunatics, which were the mentally unstable, because they have no control over their thought. So just word of caution here. It is just using like a magnifying glass. Whatever it is, whatever the object, it will magnify. So if you stop thinking, only then you will get that benefit. But if you're overthinking, it will drag you down. Okay, so that's why full moon meditation is recommended, but the mind activity need to be reduced. preferably to make it to no thought zone. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that we can use this energy of celestial bodies like a moon to heal ourselves. Okay, and same as the sun, you can be in the sunlight and all. And last year we got a guidance from Babaji also when this pandemic has started. So there is some process involved with rising moon. How can use that to uplift our immunity? Okay, and how to do it and all this, I don't want to go into any debate. Okay, so that's why I normally don't give this unsolicited advice to some forum or somewhere. It is only for our our group, that how it comes. What happened was that, just to give you some further thing, what Babaji has given some sloka, what it is a channeled message, but that I'm just forgetting the whole sloka. It is I posted in the Facebook also. So it says that if you expose yourself with that direct sunlight, then you will get a special kind of immunity which will help you to go to Vajrakaya. Vajra means thunder-like body. There is a different meaning, and there is on the masters have a different view on what is Vajrakaya is all about. Many masters say Vajrakaya is not about the physical body. Let us forget about that. Okay, but what I meant, what the feeling I got, Vajrakaya means you have to make your physical body so strong that you will not get affected by this virus and things like that. Question was that why I didn't post it, because sun is not a new thing. So hundreds of years people are worshipping sun and they're getting the sunlight and all. So the flip side of the story is people think that old stuff उसको पैकेज करके बेच रहा है. अभी कोविड आ गया ना, तो अभी बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड दे आर सेइंग सनलाइट लगाओ ठीक हो जाएगा. व्हाट इज न्यू इन इट? ये तो everybody knows the sunlight and things like that. What new was, that time no aeroplane was flying on the sky. The pollution was stopped. It is unprecedented. The rays which was not able to come to the Earth's surface, that time I'm talking about last May or something, I have to check the Facebook post. Those rays are reaching. Earlier it was not. Sunlight was there, but heavily, what is called, filtered by the polluted layer of the atmosphere. There are some rays which was coming, not able to come. They got reflected back from there, from the minor particles of whatever, smog and things like that. They were coming, and that was the opportunity to get that. So some new rays are coming, you are able to receive to your body cells, and that will help you to get into that immunity. Okay. Even still now it is valid, even though all this is started to some extent. The traffic has definitely started, air travel also started quite some, but still get the benefit. That time it was completely off, no flight. Okay. People say that they are seeing Himalaya from Chandigarh or something, no? That so many photo that thing came. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, this is also another celestial body we can use to uplift ourselves. See, we have some kind of pandemic going on. If we can utilize sunlight to heal ourselves, to strengthen our immunity, and why not? Okay, so this is also another way of doing things. And this also, because of this celestial body, its phases and cycles and other planets also make effect on us, whether you like it or not. Okay. And same thing, like eclipses happen, those also having some effect. We know that. So those what to do, not to do, and all this kind of thing. Because in the eclipse, what happens is it is not about somebody is eating away and all this. I'm not talking about those stories. What I'm saying is they come in the alignment. In any eclipse, so sun, moon, and earth come into the alignment, same line. And that time it go to the frequency and the vibration go into unison, like a peak. So that has got a different, that brings an opportunity to do, something more powerful to heal ourselves as well. And celestial body also, we can connect with some star which physically impossible to go there. Stars are galaxies and all these things. So there is a separate study on that one, the star formation. They will, the Dhruv and all this different star, different, constellation formation and all this kind of stuff. So those are also having impact on us. Or in other words, we can say that to connect that, we can project ourselves in the outer space, vast, distant thing. So if you project ourselves, what happens is our intention we project towards a star, then we got uplifted automatically. I repeat what I have said. If we focus on something far, far away, like a star, then because we are focusing so far away, our own, the vibration and all automatically get uplifted because we are focusing so far away. Okay, so this is another way. It is also called projection. We'll use sometimes this technique. For projection, we are not thinking, but it is automatically pull ourselves out of this earth plane, like from the denser thing to the lighter side, so that we can use that vibration. It helps us simply by projecting ourselves towards the star, because our standard principle is where your attention is, energy goes there. So you are using your energy, focusing on a star, which is billions of kilometers away. Okay, if you do that, you focus that energy. So your energetically, you will be projecting yourself much higher than where you are. Right? It makes sense? Because energy can go, it has got no time and space. It can go to that star instantly, your energy. But in the process, what is happening, it's your energy, you get uplifted. Because you are projecting your energy so far away, so higher in the sky. Okay, so these are the role of the celestial bodies, which is outside the earth. Okay, third part is invoking divine energy. Again, this is some purity, some energy we have to invoke in our body so that our energy system get uplifted. First type of thing, like we do Kriya, we do stomach breathing and all. What we basically do is get the pranic energy into our body. Prana, which runs our life, which is the difference between a dead body and a live body. A person left his body maybe 2 hours back. That body, it has got everything, no? Kidney, stomach, hands, legs, eyes, everything is there. And the live body, what is the difference? The life force energy, the prana, runs into this body, whether the prana is missing there. That's why it's called dead body. So by any means, if we can invoke more pranic energy, then our energy gets uplifted. As simple as that. And here you learn many techniques how to invoke more prana into your body. It itself heals. Whole stomach breathing, Kriya, and then different exercises and all these are for that. to invoke prana into you, your body. Through your blood circulation system, it will go to each and every cell of your body. Prana. When first time you receive that prana, you feel a separate type of vibration. That is called pranpat. When you get initiated, the master initiates you for the first time. That is called shaktipat. Same thing. Some energy, divine energy is channeled to you. Through the intention of the master, it will run through you. You get uplifted. You get healed. So everywhere it is available. The pranic. Only you have to choose that. By the way, different types of negative energies are also available. So why a special method needed? To attract only prana, not something else. We don't want to attract somebody's jealousy into our body. We don't want that. Those are negative energy. Okay. So again, we need to invoke something which is pure so that we can uplift our energy system. We can also, similar way, invoke healing energy. Okay. Healing energy means which stabilizes. The example can be given that some energy, they works like a calming effect on you. Like something is burning, then you pour water, no, to calm it down. So some kind of opposite energy you bring to cool it down. Suppose your hand is burned, then you put ice, no, there, so that it cools down quickly to come to the neutral. So also we invoke healing energy for this purpose. Okay, so uplift energy. Sometimes our energy is disturbed, we bring healing energy. So these are techniques, different type of healing. The masters, the channel healing is that. Healing energy, nothing but bring back your original form. You become out of tune. They just tune it back. Suppose a guitar, it is not playing, music is not coming. So healing energy, nothing. They just come and tune the guitar. That's all. They don't bring another guitar. Okay. Some slack is there in some of the strings. You need not to bother where is the slack. Just tune it again. All the whatever 5, 7 strings you tune, music will automatically come. So healing is they channel energy to your perfect health. They know what is the perfect health, that all strings, how much tension, how much things to be given. That's called tuning up. If they channel energy to the perfect health, no matter what happened to you, healers are not doctors. They don't need diagnosis. They know where to go. What is the outcome? Outcome is a healthy body and healthy mind. So they tune energy to your healthy body and healthy mind. No need to get stories of how many tests you have done and where is the problem. It is in the elbow or in the ankle, or that doesn't matter. Ultimately, what is the outcome? Outcome, you need health. So they will channel energy to the health. In fact, if you concentrate more on the disease, more energy will get attracted to that, to the disease. It takes more time to heal. Okay. So that's why even if you see that when somebody is requesting for a healing, we ask 2 things: name of the person and the location of the person. We don't need history, geography. I mean, not geography means location, yes. Not history, medical history. No need. Only thing we channel energy to the perfect health of that person located at that particular place. So the intention energy goes there. We send the bundle of pure energy there. That is a healing energy. Okay. So some people, they don't like it. They want to tell the stories. So what they suffered. No need. Reduce that tendency. It's a human psychology. No need. Just say, I have perfect health. Then everybody will imagine that health. Suppose in a group, if you say, I have a pain in the back, so people will imagine that your back with a full of pain. You will attract more pain because a lot of people are imagining that. Earlier few instances, I stopped some of you. No need to explain. Write it to me offline. Why? Because otherwise, that disease will attract more energy. Without any fault of anybody. It's a common human psychology. Somebody say, oh, there is some, there is a road accident. So the picture of accident comes. Okay, somebody is in ICU. So the picture of ICU comes, right? And more energy goes into that. So you get sort of healthy body, healthy, happy life. Put energy into that. And so this is all energetically, that will give more power and energy to the healthy body. Okay, that is how energy flows. Okay, so anyway, so this is the healing energy. And also we invoke something called violet flame, which is a cleansing energy. Pranic energy, healing energy. I'm not saying these are the only energy, but we use regularly. The violet flame cleansing, we said some space cleansing, some space, some situation. Saint Germain is a custodian of that. This violet flame and all, there are many others, golden light, white light, and things like that. These are the higher level of spiritual energy. And if we run through this energy, through any space and all, get that purified. Okay, so we just run through that. Many of you already know. I have sent you the process, how to do it, how to invoke violet flame, how to clean the space you live in, or maybe some in workspace, something is not going well, so you can clean them regularly, energetically. Nobody else will know. So those are the higher level of energy. So just simply by cleansing the negative energy, you get uplifted. Whatever your experience into that space, you get uplifted. Right? So, fine. This is a one type of thing, so any question if you have up to so far, then I will go to the other next part. Next part is a little different approach to this. Any question or something logic is not understood, you let me know, because I am explaining logically,
This when we offer water to sun, though
Yeah.
it may be having some effect through those sun rays are coming to and striking our body, but does it also involve invoking higher energy? Because when you're praying to sun, you're trying to connect with the celestial body.
Yes. Yeah. So when you concentrating on something like a sun and all, then same thing happens. Your energy gets uplifted. Your energy gets uplifted. But something you talk about water, what you said? Water?
Guruji,
Offering water.
When you offer water to the sun in the morning,
Okay. All right.
को जल चढ़ाते हैं ना सर?
Okay. All right. समझ गया. See, when you offer anything, it can be water or flower or whatever. Okay. Then what happens? You are basically releasing your intention to the universe. In this case, to the sun. Sun, sea, these we are the representative of the universe towards us. Okay. So we release it to the universe. Okay, this is my intention. कुछ तो होगा ना, मतलब मनस्कामना है, कुछ तो होगा ना, because of that you are doing it. So basically you are releasing that intention to the universe to get it manifested. That's what we do. वो जल चढ़ाते हैं ना, वो जल के साथ वो intention offer करते हैं. Okay, so that's what we do.
Thank you.
All right. Vijay, you have some question?
Yeah, Guruji.
Rasdeep.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, go ahead.
Doing our Kriya, we understand, and meditation, we understand when we do the Kaya Upasana. That time we focus on our body. That also creates a healing, kind of healing.
Of course.
Just now we understood that if we focus on our somewhere where the disease is there, then the disease also get increased. These are contradictory.
Because what I told is, don't give your focus on the disease. Simple. Energy doesn't have any discriminatory power. It will go your focus, where your focus is. Okay. So if you are focusing of your pain and your disease, that will be enhanced. That will get the energy. Here, when you're focusing on the chakra, what is the intention? The chakra to get activated, right? That is your intention. So energy goes there and activates your chakra. But if you are saying that I have a knee pain, energy will forget about chakra, it will go to the knee. And because you are saying that I'm having knee pain, it will enhance the pain.
Basically, we have to detach ourselves from the pain. We have to focus on our chakras in the body.
No, give what you try to achieve. Okay. So I'm having a healing. I'm just, in fact, I say in this case, you have to appreciate. You appreciate me that so many years you supported me. Okay, thank you very much. Non say why you are not working today. Okay. Okay, don't abuse. It's like a child, huh? Children. They got annoyed. उसको थोड़ा सा pamper करना पड़ता है. He says, so many years you have given a wonderful support and all these things, and I love you to come back and support me in future as well. And it will healing like this. But if you say, अभी तेरे को होना था, मुझे उधर जाना था, अभी ये है वो इसके वजह से नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. If you more abuse, more it will it will be dysfunctional. Energy works like that. That's what I'm saying. Like a children, they don't have like that kind of understanding. What you are saying, they take it literally. Whether you mean it or not doesn't matter. Okay. So that's why we say always put what you try to achieve, picture in mind, not what is currently you are undergoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Energy will go there, it will enhance, and wherever the situation is, you will get uplifted. Okay. So that's how it works.
Thanks, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you.
Rasdeep, I have got a question.
Yes.
You have said that if we walk in the barefooted on the earth, or if we go into the forest and stay there, or sit on the rock or anything natural thing, if we spend time there, or if we are on the negative energies territory, if a negative vibration territory, we can come up to the earth plane, to the neutral territory.
Correct.
Now, in this context, if say anybody is in a higher vibration, higher frequency, so like electrical earthing, he will also get grounded. He will also come down to the earth plane.
That's right. That is correct. Okay. Because what happens is, that's why it is given for those who wants to from the negative coming to the neutral. But there are cases where somebody is operating higher vibration. They need some kind of insulation. Earlier some munis and rishis, they used to use the animal skin. They sit on that. You see, the earlier tiger skin or something, they used to sit on that and then meditate. They don't want to just sit on the ground. Okay, for that reason what you mentioned, so that their energy doesn't get earthed. So it is, your question is very valid. If you are already class, there is no need for you to earth. That is not the method. Maybe the celestial body is the method. You concentrate on the star so that you go further up, not to the ground. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I did not quite understand what you just discussed. Maybe later we can you can explain further, or what
No, which one,
What-
Shamishta?
what Joydipda just said.
No, what he said is, suppose in the first state we said that if there is somebody is having some kind of disturbance and all, and if you get in touch with Earth, Mother Earth, okay, it can be walking barefoot on the grass lawn, which is directly in contact with the Earth,
Right.
or any sea beach, which is also connect with the Earth, right? Okay. So this is the technique somebody can use to reduce the anxiety or some disturbance in the vibration in the body. Okay, that is one part. But question was, if somebody is already operating at the higher vibration, okay, if that person goes and walk barefoot on the grass or that sea beach, whether their high vibration can also get grounded to earth, zero. So what I was answering is that is correct. That will also happen.
High vibration getting grounded to earth, that means that is a bad thing. I mean, we don't want that.
No, it's up to you. If you like to ground it for a certain time, you can do that. Okay. But it was having some purpose. But just getting connected with the earth has no issues there. Okay. Because just giving another idea, understanding, the masters who were operating in the high vibration, even earth doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter whether they get in touch with the earth or not. Okay.
Okay.
It is only considered in the limited version it works. But the infinite version, it doesn't work. Okay, that is a different kind of thing that I am not going into that. But the question was, if you really operating in the higher vibration, if you get in touch with the ground, whether you can get it back to the neutral, answer is yes.
Okay.
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 Right.
Thank you.
Nimu, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, I mean, when you say negative energy, what negative means? I mean, there is no reference of negative with respect to energy.
Negative energy means we call some PVF. There is a scale.
Yeah. But
so which is below 250, those are negative energy.
Okay. Below 250. Okay. So there is actually not negative per se.
No. It is our understanding. It is a negative.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so there is some Power versus Force. Dr. David Hawkins. There's a book. So he has done the consciousness mapping. He come with a cone sort of structure. Okay, and there 250 is neutral. Anything below that is a negative attributes.
Okay.
Like a jealousy, anger, and things like that. Okay, anything above
that
that
is
is a positive. Yeah, 250 is a neutral.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, anything above 250 hertz is positive. And logical, I'm just, as you mentioned it, let me just quickly touch up. Some 250 to 499 is positive. When it just going to 500, then heart takes over. Okay, so that is no longer logical. That is a feeling and compassion and things like that. From this 500 above is called love and above. It is beyond intelligence. And then when it reaches 700 plus permanently, that is enlightenment vibration. Then all this, with the enlightened features, they come up beyond that. And it can go any higher up. There are many masters, they work much higher, operate much higher than that. I also shared that Reverend Alex Orbito, who used just bare hand to operate people. Okay, I have done on myself, my body, first-hand experience. I have shared photo also earlier. his vibration should be minimum 2000. 700 is enlightenment. I'm talking 2000. So those abilities come. They just, in the naked eye, he can see where is the problem in your body, and he can just operate, put the hand and get the things out. Anyway, discussion will diverge into that. I'm not going to. So today's I'll not go into that territory. But Nimo, the thing is, it's all about the vibration. Okay.
Guruji, one
It's
Yeah, got it. 250 is the reference, so that below that is negative. So,
yes, yeah, and power versus
power
force is the book.
okay.
Okay, Dr. David Hawkins. To quantify that. Okay.
Guruji, one question.
Yes, Madhu. Aditya, I'll come back to you.
Guruji, when we play with dogs or these street animals, dogs, we feed them, we feel happy. Is feeling happy is increasing our vibrations?
Oh, yes, of course.
And like at times we like to play with the children who are around. That gives happiness. At
Yes.
times, is that charging our body?
Yes, of course. Okay.
So it is not necessarily every time we are going to the nature. If we do such kind of activities or playing with our kids.
Of course, but just let me give some footnote here. Not everything we enjoy increases our vibration. Okay, just be very clear. What you mentioned, two things, playing with the animals or pets or playing with the children, yes. But suppose somebody is just coming from the other side and there is a pothole on the street. I pushed him into the pothole and I enjoy that scene. That is not increasing your vibration.
That is wrong, yes.
Yeah, it may make you happy temporarily. Okay. So thing is, which is more you go towards the natural thing, like children, pets, they're natural, no? They are like they're behaving naturally. So then company of that will give you joy, but not every happiness will enhance your vibration. In this situation, what I mentioned, it will lower the things down. You heard somebody met with an accident. Oh, चलो अभी उसको पता लग गया तो वो बहुत ऐसा कर रहा था ना अभी चल. That will not raise your vibration, no matter what that people have done. Okay, so just I'm making it a footnote here that if you really enjoy the purity, the word is purity. If you enjoy the purity, that will raise your vibration. If you enjoy any negativity, it will drag your vibration down.
Correct. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Okay.
Guruji. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Aditi.
I have one question what is the normal PVA normally common people operate during their, is there any figure during their day-to-day life?
See, that is there. So, because that is the whole part, it is individual and normal operate. It is not that there is a fixed value.
Right, range.
It depends currently what your state, like what you are concentrating upon, and that it varies. Okay. But in general, everybody has an operating level. Right. That's why I'm saying that masters, their operating level, the bandwidth is above 700. So always they're in that territory. Right. Okay. Whoever doing from the charity work and compassionate work, always their vibration is 500 plus.
Okay.
Okay. But it does not mean somebody is operating at 200 cannot reach 500. It's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
In meditation, whenever we meditate and go into expanded awareness state, all of us cross 700. All of us.
Right. You told. Yeah.
Okay. So it is not a fixed thing. But in general, how normally you operate, there are many ways. The best way is if you can take a journal of the type of thinking you do on your own, self-exercise. That will give you which is the normal level of your, the type of thoughts you do make. Okay. Level, it will be there. In general, on the average earth plane, It was about 207. It is still negative.
207.
Yes.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
negative, and that is the reason, people. Please.
That's why collective experiences are negative. Fighting is going on, chaos is going on,
Yeah. So net, it is 207. Being a negative, that's why, people are so bad or whatever. All these negative
that's why you
things
get
are going on.
more bad experiences. Okay. Yeah. But at the same time, you are an individual. You can go at.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
And that also, just let me share with you, the effect is exponential. The effect. One enlightened master can uplift people from negative to positive 1 million people.
Wow.
Only one enlightened master, which is operating 700 plus, can uplift 1 million people from negativity to positive territory.
I see.
Okay, so those are there. Means it is exponentially the power can be utilized.
Okay.
But only thing is that the person has to, by free will, choose to connect with that master. It cannot be imposed. It cannot be imposed. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. Now let me come to the next part of that. So this we talk so far, whatever we talk about, it is already existing. We are connecting. Now next we are it's available in the nature. So we are just connecting them. So now let me go into some other higher dimensional beings. Now I'm talking about higher dimensional beings. They are entities who are in the higher dimension. So we can connect to them, get a guidance and things like that. So I will talk about that now. Okay. Those beings, first of them, I will talk only about 3 categories here, but there are more. Okay, that's not all. First category, which we normally connect, they are the ascended masters. These ascended masters, they had a physical body. Or they may be immortal. They are still having. Okay. They have already a human life. Or maybe multiple human lives. Okay. They are now guiding the humanity from the higher dimension. Okay. The Jesus Christ, Lord Buddha and all, they had a life. There is a record, historical, that they took birth and things. So they have the historical, the background, they have already taken birth. Even the custodian of the violet flame, we are mentioning about Saint Germain, they had taken a birth. Okay. Earlier. So what happens is they had a human experience already. That's why we can take their help to get a healing, to have our solutions and get a guidance. But they have already walked the path. They can show till the end. To whom to connect, it is up to us. And now, like particularly, I have connected to Mahavatar Babaji. He's ascended master. He was there on planet Earth. Okay, he is our moksha guru, ultimate, finally, end of soul's journey. It will be through him. But anyway, so the divine guidance, we can get connected with these masters. Okay, we can meditate, we can connect to that, and we can to them, and we can get a guidance, we can communicate with them. Okay, all are possible. Okay, so they are called ascended masters who already have a body. Second category, they are the angels and guides. There are many beings, particularly the angels, or there are many other names. The Kinnar and all, there are many different things they mention. Anyway, this angelic dimension, those are those entities who never took birth on the physical plane on earth. So that's why they don't fall into category of ascended masters. As those entities, as they never took birth on the birth on earth plane, so they have no contamination of karmic things with them. They are very light and very pure by nature. Very loving, light, enlightened beings. Okay. They also guide us. They just wanted to help. They have no self-interest. We can connect to them and they get guidance. In fact, there are other things also. I'm not going into the detail, and there is called guardian angel. Each and every soul has got one angel, like a protector or taking care of that. So those are there. We can get connected to that. There is something that more powerful angels are called archangels, Archangel Michael and things like that. And there are many things like they say that even to Prophet Muhammad, the Quran has been given by the Archangel Michael. Higher knowledge. No, anyway, I don't want to go into that. And again, controversy will start, and who gave what to whom and when. Doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, those are the entities that we can connect. But only thing is, you have to ask them to give help. If there is nothing, no physical help is not possible for them to give, but they can give you assurance and things like that. They also communicate with us different ways. The repeating numbers, what we see, those are the angelic messages they send, just to fill their presence. Some people say, "Usme mera kya fayda?" Koi fayda nahi hai. If you don't want you, they will not come to you. It's okay. But only thing is, they are the pure forms of energy. If you ask for help, they will help and give some kind of ideas. They put some ideas into your mind. They can give some symbolic representations just for the assurance. Okay, they are having a very bad day in the office and frustrated and all those kind of things. And just saw one car passing by, and with a number is 5555. Simple. Okay, just those are angels. They are saying that don't worry, take it easy. We are there. The hundreds of cars passing through, you get at your focus will get, your attention will be drawn only a particular number plate, and not necessarily आगे पीछे कुछ नहीं है. हो सकता है before and after there are a few more numbers. Doesn't matter. Okay. So these numbers also having some kind of meaning, but those are not fixed. Those are also not necessarily the same, but in general, like somebody say the clock time 1111 now. 1111 is called ascension code. The time of your awakening has come. That's what it tells. Anyway, so we can communicate with those kind of angels and the guardian angels and the archangels. We can communicate and get guidance. They can help us to have healing and get some kind of ideas. So those are all possible. Okay. What their name, what they say doesn't matter. The only thing is they didn't have any physical body. They're light beings. Okay. They're full of joy and things. If we can connect to them, we can induce that joy, that vibration uplift us. The last category in my list is deities and god and goddesses. Okay. So this is also very controversial thing. I will not go into the much detail, but only I just wanted to mention what is their purpose is. They actually represent different attributes of universal consciousness. Okay, I repeat. Deities, god and goddesses. They never took birth on the earth, by the way. Yeah. Lord Shiva never took birth on earth and carry Sati on the on shoulder. Never. Those are stories or mythological stories are made, are given to understand the relationship between different types of energy. Okay, let us put it in that way and keep it aside. Not to go into the stories and get more confused into the stories. If that is that, then how that happened? Nothing happened actually. It's all energy. Okay. Because people cannot correlate with the energy. That's why they created some kind of effigy or some kind of emoji or some kind of statue to get it connected. That's all it is. They are not. That's why I'm saying the heart symbol is not heart. It's a symbol. Okay. Same here. These are all symbols, not the thing. Actual thing is the energy. So they represent different attributes of universal consciousness. Whichever attribute we need at that moment, we connect it to that. If we are looking for creating wealth, then we pray to certain kind of god and goddess. If we try to heal ourselves, feeling ill, wanted to get healing, we pray to certain kind of god and goddess. If we wanted to have started a venture, new business, we pray to certain god and goddess, to have a success. Siddhidata. If we are on the spiritual path, need more higher spiritual upliftment, we pray to certain things like that. Okay. So those are attributes of universal consciousness. So they are not humans, they are not that individuals. They are just attributes of different. So, and then different religion, they have got a different god and god, it doesn't matter. Basically, the attribute of that. If we need more knowledge, then we pray to certain deity, like that. So every purpose has some god or goddesses, just it has been created so that we can connect to that. So it is all about attributes of universal consciousness. Which energy with that moment we need, we are looking for, we pray to that. Okay, so this is about that ascended masters and angels and archangels and things, and the deity and god and goddesses. We can then in the higher dimension, they are not in the physical dimension. Higher means which is non-physical. We cannot go and find it anywhere. Okay, we need to connect with the higher. Next higher dimension is the energy dimension. So at least you have to go to the energy dimension to get them. So what in our 6-step meditation, in the 5th step, we cross over to the energy. Through our Sandhika, we cross to the energy dimension. Then we go to the territory where you can contact them. We do all the time, we do 6-step meditation. So, all right. So that is all about that, these higher dimensional entities. Now, only part left is how to connect them, the procedure that I will explain now. So any question on this? Ascended masters and angels and deities and gods. If you have anything, you can ask now.
Yes, Guruji, I have a question. This archangel,
Yes.
I don't know how to connect by I pray to archangel.
Okay, that's fine. You need not to define. You just pray, the appropriate will come.
Okay, Guruji.
Okay, they know better, they know everything. Just pray, you will get connected.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay, that is fine. All right. So now I will go into the last part of our today's session, the learning session. So how to connect? Okay. So that Sharmishta also earlier asking this question. So this is about, so of course we need to connect with these things. Best is during meditation. Why during meditation? Because one of the criteria to connect is we should not be thinking. Internal noise need to be stopped. If not stopped, at least reduced. Otherwise, this connection will not happen, or proper connection will not happen. If somebody can do that without going into meditation, that is also fine. Meditation is not the requirement. Requirement is the chattering mind has to come down. Otherwise, this kind of connection, the communication will not be understood. The way I explain is, suppose in a blackboard, a lot of things are written. Somebody is writing a new formula or a new theory, then nobody will understand because a lot of things already there on the board. So you need to clean that board and then write. So the message will be clear, it cannot be confused, and it will be very simple. Same here. First thing we need to do is we clean our mind so that we can start with the background, that empty space where it can be the new thing, the communication can be clearly understood. This, before that, another prerequisite is your own vibration will be as high as possible. And definitely it needs to be in the positive territory. You cannot have this kind of communication, you are operating in the negative territory, which is below 250, what I explained earlier. For that, already you have given you that 108 stomach breathing and other process to uplift your vibration. So if you are not sure in that particular time, when you are trying to communicate, whether you will have that your vibration will be high enough or not, maybe you are undergoing a lot of stress and this and that. So what I suggest is you do that first. You practice stomach breathing before you sit on this meditation. And if you can do full Kriya and all, that is best. So that your vibration is already high, and then you'll be the better chances of getting communicated, you get the guidance and communication in that state. When your vibration is high, automatically you can go mind into the quiet zone. It will be easier for you to quieten your mind if your vibration is already high. If your vibration is low, below 250, it is impossible to stop thoughts in your mind. Okay. And also I was explaining earlier, 700 means at your will, you can stop the thought. Now mind switch off, it will be switched off, only used for this purpose. Okay, that's another extreme, don't go into that. At least if you are more than 250, then it will be needed to have this kind of communication. Otherwise, communication not possible.
So how do we measure that? What vibration what frequency we are vibrating at?
Yeah, it cannot be directly measured. What you do is you create a thought journal. Okay. Different parts of the day, maintain one journal. What are the type of thoughts you are thinking? Okay. That quality of the thoughts, that book I mentioned, Power versus Force. Okay. So they have given a cone sort of thing. Which are the type of thoughts related to which kind of vibration?
Okay.
So from there, you need to calculate like an average. Okay, it determines the quality of thought you are automatically thinking. Not something now I only think about, Lord Ganesh and, Ma Kali and all for next 1 hour and took the note during that time. It is not that, but automatically comes. Like every hour you go and 2-3 words you mention that currently what is the thought. It's for your own, no need to show it to anybody. Okay. So, and then you can mark them up, what type of quality of those thoughts are, and you can then calculate that way,
Okay.
So, because it is fluctuating, it is not fixed, no? That is, it is difficult to get any instantaneous reading, then it is better to go into the average of, and type of thoughts you are normally thinking is the indicator of that. What is the level of the vibration you are in? Cellular vibration, okay?
Okay.
I'm not talking about the brain wave. It is a cellular vibration.
Okay.
So, and my advice is that here, don't bother about the actual value of it. Just do stomach breathing and raise it wherever it is. So,
okay.
If you're already, say, at 300, nothing wrong going to 400. Huh? Okay. So, just raise it. So, before you sit down in the meditation, raise your vibration wherever you are and then meditate. So, it will be having a better effect. Okay. Right. So first I told about the prerequisite will be high vibration, cellular vibration, PVF, and calm down your mind. That's why the meditation comes into play. Okay. If you're still thinking, engaged with something else, this communication will not happen. Then what you can do is you just put your intention into that, like in the form of prayer. Intention is that you can frame whatever it is, that I consciously put my intention to connect with so and so. Please come and guide me. Like a prayer. To whom you wanted to contact, the deity, you're just doing that prayer, your intention. It is also said, if your vibration is lower, it will take more time to connect. Okay, that's what I mentioned. If the higher the vibration, faster the connection.
Okay.
It can be instantaneous if you are vibrating very high, like one breathing sort of thing. One thing you get, connection is established. Also, in the other side, it is my practical advice is not this kind of thing. Also, you can use it when you are not meditating as well. Some people say, I don't meditate, but I repeat it many times, say 100 times. I wanted to connect. Maybe I'm jogging. At the same time, I wanted to connect with you. I want to connect with you. I want to connect with you. And suddenly things comes. Okay. Then you sit down and communicate. That is also another technique. No need to meditate all the time. Just bring your conscious intention. Means you need to knock the door to open. It will not automatically open.
Right.
Okay. So it's up to you. Whether in the meditate you are intending or doing some work and constantly playing in your background of the mind, so that two-way it affects you. When it gets played. One is because you are continuously reimposing that conscious intention, your thought will not come because you are running that thought in your mind. I wanted to connect with you. I wanted to connect with you, like a chanting. Not verbal, but in the mind. Okay. Also, sometimes some people, it helps to create an environment. Okay. Like in the evening, you light up a candle, you put some kind of, agarbatti or these kind of things. It helps create the environment which can help you to connect. They don't need anything. Okay. But for you, in the sometimes the vibration creating, some people, they wanted to chant some kind of mantra, they prefer, and all that's all fine. Mantra itself will not connect, but it will create the environment. Suppose someone wanted to play Gayatri mantra. Okay. You listen to 10 minutes and then you go into meditation. That's all fine. Okay. It's all about creating a high vibration environment so that the chance of connection is more. Next part is receiving this guidance. The guidance always comes as a feeling. Okay. Suddenly I have already intuitive feeling. I have already told in the, I think 2 sessions back, that how can I distinguish it? No need to distinguish, go with the feeling. If you clear your mind and you are not distracted with anything else outside, whatever feeling you get, from the feeling it transfers is at a thought, like a thought reading sort of messages. Only thing is, that thought is not created by you. So that is the message. Okay, that's how we connect. That's how we communicate. And in fact, when we are conversant with the process, it can be live question answer session. I'm asking something, I'm getting the response. Okay, so only thing is that initially maybe you may be confused, is my mind is creating or not creating it, this one. So initial few communication, you ask your spiritual guide or master. He or she will tell you, this is mind one, is not. So after, I also did. I asked Guruji Prem Nirmal about sharing this thing initially, a long time back, 2010, I think. So some of the thing, unexpectedly, I thought, I got a great, message from the higher dimension. So I told him, I got this. I said, okay, this kind of things you will keep on getting, just ignore it, continue your spiritual practice. That answer also you may get. Means those are not those messages. You may be thinking it is that, but it is actually not. Some of the messages is so simple. I don't think this kind of message can come from the higher dimension. But it is truly. So initially, after few communication, confirming with your master, okay, then you will know some kind of signals or some kind of typical codes you will be receiving, which will make it clear that it is truly that higher dimensional messages. That is one way. Another way is you define what are the symbols you need from the higher dimension to confirm it is truly coming from that source. Okay. Suppose you you have some understanding. You pray whenever you send the message, please give me a some symbol, some sound maybe. When I communicate with Mataji, some particular sound comes, I know Mataji is there. Okay. It's that sound is defined by me. I already shared that story earlier. Or you can some other thing. You may say, whenever I say, suppose you are getting messages from some deity. See, whenever I receive messages from you, suppose you are connecting with say Ma Kali. Okay. Say whenever I receive some message, show me some symbol like a fire. Okay. And when the message comes, if you see before that, if you see the fire somehow in during meditation only, it comes from her. Like if I receive a message from Shirdi Sai Baba, that my understanding connection is always I smell the vibhuti. That fragrance comes before I receive the message. So that's the understanding, the code, that if I receive that smell and then followed by a message, it is coming from Shirdi Sai Baba. Okay. You define whatever you want. Okay. That will be your personal symbol. Yeah, personal symbol or that particular strategic logo to do that. So these are the different, either it is the smell or hearing some sound or some kind of visionary things, like you want a rainbow. Before that thing starts, a rainbow, you will be seeing a rainbow, it will come. So unless until the rainbow comes followed by the message, don't take it as that your higher dimensional messages. So you can generate your own method to do that. Guruji Prem Nirmal ji was telling one day that sometimes you go into the what is called lucid dreaming, like you're aware, dream with awareness. So his symbol was when he will do that, he's always put one, in that TV screen in one corner, the logo comes of the channel. So his symbol was one small lotus flower there. It's nothing to do with the BJP, by the way. It came long back. So when you are seeing something in the lucid dreaming, if the lotus comes in the corner, that means you are aware that it is my lucid dreaming episode and the lotus is confirming that. Okay. So what I'm saying is this is the territory of creativity. You define the way you want. It's an experience area. So it's not a logically understanding. If I change from rainbow to waterfalls, what will happen? Nothing will happen. You define. Okay. You want the assurance. Otherwise, message will come anyway. When I go to connect with the spiritual higher dimensional, my guardian, I was talking with the guardian angel, and so in my case, it is a violet light. Okay. So if I have to connect, I just connect with the violet light. Everything background become violet. When those messages come, those are the symbols that I get the confirmation. So quieten the mind, do the communication, and then next stage is about registering. Maybe sometimes so many communication happen, you will forget because your brain, the memory that time is not working. Okay, there are two ways you can do that. Normally, I keep a writing pad and write few words there without opening my eyes. That is one way. Or you can verbalize these things, whatever you are thing. Suppose I'm communicating with Mataji. Mataji, so said something. Mataji, you said that to go and meet with that person. Message. This voice I'm recording in my mobile while meditating. So later on, I will listen to that. It's only for me. It's not to make it a very good, highly packaged things. So that later on you can hear that what has been the communication. Because you verbalize that, you will forget many of the things. Because that time your active memory and brain is not working. You make it clean, no thought. Okay, that is another way of doing things. I write few words only, not full sentence and paragraph and story. No, just so that I get reminded what happened that time. So this is the registration of that, keeping record of that. That is also important. Okay. And sometimes it also helps. So that's all. Means during meditation, then you can get up. There's a communication done. Sometimes it helps. I was talking about the conscious projection. Sometimes what happens is, sitting where you are, you cannot get out of the energy of that plane, that art plane. Any sound is happening, doesn't matter. It will enhance your multi-point awareness. I'm not talking there is somebody is making sound, some construction is going on outside, some traffic sound is coming. None of them should disturb you. Okay. But sometimes it helps. We call it is the conscious projection. Like first what you do is, even though visualization is strictly no, any kind of visualization can ruin the whole experience. But initially, if you are having problem in connecting in your own thing, just a tips, it's not mandatory. Sometimes we can uplift ourselves away from the earth. We can actually feel that we are going towards the moon and going to the outer space. And from there we are connecting. What happens is, through this projection, you are enhancing your vibration. Because you are lifting it up, no? You are going to the subtler, lighter energy field. And then the higher energy will be easier for you to come and meet you in the midway. You will have a more access, because sometimes that energy, when it comes, you have to cross all these dense vibrations to come and reach you. While crossing, you may lose something. But if you project yourself outside this art plane and you meet somewhere in the middle, okay. By the way, I'm not talking physically, you have to buy a rocket and go and sit there. I'm not telling that. Okay. Energetically, if you can pull yourself out, raise your vibration, PVF is one. That's the fundamental. But also consciously, you project yourself that you are at higher level. From there, it will be easier to connect. You meet in the midway. So that is my tips. Okay, that helps. Okay, so that's all for this this learning session. Yes, Chaitali, you want to ask something?
Yeah, Guruji, what is that visualization part? I don't understand.
No, suppose you are meditating.
Yeah.
You are meditating. First, you consider yourself that you are going above your physical body, going towards the sky. You're lifting up, crosses the cloud level and go to the outer space. Then you start connecting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then what happens is you meet in the midway.
Okay.
It is just to help to make better connection. That's all. It's not mandatory. You don't have to all the time. Where you are sitting, that's good enough. But sometimes it helps. It is called conscious projection. You are uplifting yourself and meet that higher dimensional, the energy and all in the midway. It is energetic, not physically. Your body will be still in that same room where you are meditating. Okay. Okay. Physically, you're not traveling there. Or you need not to go and sit on the rooftop. No need. Same place where you are meditating. Okay.
And one more question, Guruji. During meditation in Shiva Bhakti state, thrice I saw something. I mean, it wasn't very clear, but it wasn't very hazy also. So, was it my imagination? Or, I mean, what was that? I was confused.
No, that thing you send me separately one by one, one on one. Okay, that is your individual experience. I will not discuss here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you,
individual experience will you contact me separately. We will explain it to you. Okay. Vindhya, you like to ask something?
Yes, Guruji. Guruji,
Yes.
when we are talking about angels and guardian angels, are we even talking about the departed souls?
That's a good question. I didn't touch upon that. Because there are some category, we call it our ancestors or forefathers and foremothers. Okay. They are not in the category of ascended masters, but they had some life before, right? We are connected through DNA or the things like that. So you can connect with them. But only thing is why I didn't mention that, not all of them are converted fully into light. They're in a position to guide you.
Right.
Okay. Some of them, they're having their own karma and their own issues. Okay. So it is not always better to connect them for guidance. You can always connect them and you can send the energy to them. And you give them rather than you receive from them. Okay.
You give them healing energy.
Yes.
Right.
You pray for them, you send your love, particularly in this case, you send your love energy.
Right.
Okay, but here today's topic is all about obtaining guidance. You can obtain guidance from your forefathers and mothers, of course. It is a gender neutral. But so all the departed souls, you can connect with them, establish communication with them. But for getting guidance, not always.
Okay.
Okay, it depends upon what type of life they lead and where energetically, which plane they are currently.
Right, Guruji.
Okay, so that's why we cannot always depend on that kind of guidance. They have to be with light all the time to give guidance.
Okay.
But we can communicate, sure. We can always communicate. We can call them, they will respond, and we can communicate with them. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Right. Thank you, Guruji.
All right. Okay. God bless you. All right. So, any other question? We already almost time. We will do brief, like we'll do Suprasant Kriya and then followed by some Hridayapasana today. Okay. So that we'll do today because now only not much time left. All right, sit straight. Breathe in and breathe out a few times to relax yourself. Now take a deep breath in for 3 Om chanting. Now Guru Vandana. Akhandamandalakaram Vyapam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. With the divine blessings of Mahavatar Babaji, his sister Mataji, Amar Jyoti ji, Guruji Prem Nirmal, Guru Mabharti Nirmal. Now we'll start our Suprasant Kriya. Right hand and left hand in Saman Mudra first. Right hand will go in front of your nose. Middle finger will touch the tip of the nose. And the left hand will be in front of your navel. It will be touching, the tip will be touching the navel. Be careful about which is the right hand, which is left hand. The reverse will give opposite result. Right hand must be on in your nose. In this, we'll have 24 3:2 stomach breathing in this condition. When I say the number, you take 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Inhale, exhale, stomach breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now come to Hridaya Mudra, pointing finger touching root of your thumb. Just feel where the pulse is. Place the tip of the finger there and then touch the thumb with the middle finger. And then put that, this is Hridaya Mudra, put hands on your lap. Now connect with your heart and feel the heartbeat internally. Now you can get the heartbeat directly. Otherwise, the same heartbeat you can get as a pulse at the root of your thumb. And get into the rhythm of the heartbeat. When you fully focus on your heart, your thought automatically stops. Then you feel your whole body is in synchronization with your heartbeat. That pulse is felt everywhere in your body. All right. Now rub your palms together, rest them on your closed eyes. I shall count 10. Hold it till that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now give this energy to your face and all over your body. If you like to send the healing energy to someone, intend that person is in front of you and bless with both of your hands. If there are more than one persons, then bless them one after another. Mataji, kindly heal all the damages from the source and manifest the results instantly. Let the divine be done. So be it. So be it. Now we shall chant Shanti Part for global peace and harmony and earliest recovery from this pandemic. Om Sarvesham Swastirbhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhavagave Om Shanti 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 Om Mangalam. That completes our session today.
Pranam and thank you.
Pranam. Pranam to everyone else.
Guruji, pranam, 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 pranam.
Namaste, Pranam.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Guruji, Om Mangalam.
Pranam, Guruji.
Guruji, thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji.
Guruji, pranam very much.
Pranam. God bless you.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी, धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. ओम मंगलम. जय गुरु.
God bless you.